JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 1s to look at. The Air Jordan 1 Low. Now this is the collaboration with Travis Scott. This is the Black Phantom colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this sneaker does come in this all black box here. Now it is matted out smack dead in the middle on the box lid. You do have the Nike branding with the swoosh here. It's glossed out, and if you do a 360 around the box, you will see more of that glossed out Nike branding. The bottom portion of the box, nothing too special going on. It is all black here, and then you do have the hit of white here on the side for the Nike brand and the copyright information for those that do care about that. There you go. Now the box label on the sneaker does read Air Jordan 1 Low OG SP. The colorway says black and then Phantom Black. So when you do open the box, up underneath it is kind of glossed out, and you do have that hit of black. You do see some Nike branding here, and it's kind of like, you know, gray color here. Now the sneaker did come individually wrapped in these you know, bandanas, but I did take it out just for, like, you know, the review and everything like that to kind of save time. But it does come with both bandanas, you know, wrapped around the sneaker. And then of course, like the sneaker itself, it did come double wrapped, and they do have this white wax paper here up underneath. You are met with the actual sneaker itself. So I did go ahead and pre-lace the sneakers for the review for you guys. Pretty decent concept. The Air Jordan 1 is kind of becoming a little popular. I do kind of favor like the high OGs and the 85 highs, you know, over like the lows, you know, always. But at the end of the day, I do feel like this was a pretty decent concept. Leather materials and everything that was actually used on this one. I just wanted to do a little bit something different. Instead of going with the stock laces, I did swap those out and did go ahead and hit you with, like, you know, these white and black laces here. But yeah, man, not gonna take too long on this one. Excellent sneaker. We've seen this one before, so let's dive right into it. The Air Jordan 1 Low, and again, this is the collaboration with Travis Scott, the Black Phantom colorway. So we're gonna take a look at the right sneaker like we always do. Now, from first observation, the sneaker does look like what you'd expect from any other Air Jordan 1 Low. One noticeable difference is, of course, that reverse Nike swoosh here and that nubuck, and it does have the white stitch in here. And we have seen that reverse Nike swoosh on other collaborations that Travis Scott has done with the Jordan brand. The upper portion of the sneaker is composed pretty much of nubuck, and then they do have, like, you know, this hit of suede here. More white stitching going along the lateral side of the sneaker, along, like, you know, the lace hoops and everything as well too. Going around the sock liner of the sneaker, one thing that they did a little bit different on this one, the entire inside of the sneaker is made up of, like, you know, this kind of like black felt material. Not really a fan of that. I just feel like, you know, over time, like, you know, that will kind of collect lint, especially if you're wearing, like, you know, socks with your sneakers and things like that. I just feel like, you know, that was something that they could have executed a little bit differently on this one, but it is what it is. You do have that hit of the black suede here going towards the back, and then going toward the front toe box area for the mud guard. The midsole of the sneaker itself is all black, and of course you do see more black coming up from up underneath, and that's pretty much it for the lateral side of the sneaker. Going towards the front toe box area of the sneaker, now you are met with more of this black nubuck material here for the toe box area, and areas like perforation for the toe box area, just like any other Air Jordan 1. They did give us this black suede mud guard situation here with the white stitching, and then the sneaker itself, it did come unlaced, but they did give us, like, you know, these stock black laces. I'll show you those shortly, but for the review I just wanted to see, like, you know, what these black on white laces would look like. So you do have these flat black on white laces here. The tongue of the sneaker is composed of this nylon mesh material, and this time it is in black. On the tongue, you do have the white Nike Air brand in there as well. And then stitched around like the outer line of the tongue, they do have more of that white stitching. Now, if you do look closely, and I'll move the laces out of the way, they did give us this secondary tag here, and it does have the Cactus Jack brand in there in red. The inside of the sneaker, not going to take the insoles out, but it is all black, and you do have some Travis Scott brand in here on this sneaker. Going toward the medial side of the sneaker, now this time they do have the Nike swoosh going in the correct direction. You do have the white stitch in here, and if you do look closely, you do have the Cactus Jack brand and kind of glossed out there behind, kind of like a watermark situation behind the Nike swoosh there. The mid portion is in that black nubuck, and then of course you do have more of that black suede with the white stitching, and then of course you got your black outsole, and that's pretty much it on this side. Now going towards the rear, one thing they did do a little bit different, other than like the obvious, like, you know, swap out of the materials, because you do have more of that black kind of like, you know, suede material here, but they did give us this white stitched Air Jordan 1 Wings logo here, and that's pretty much it. Of course, you do have some white stitch in there, but that's pretty much it for the rear, and you do see more of that, you know, that felt material for like the sock liner of the sneaker, excuse me, and that's pretty much it for the rear. Now going towards the bottom portion of the sneaker, so you do have your standard Air Jordan 1 outsole, and then you do have the circular traction here. It is all black, smack dead in the middle. You do have that Nike brand, and again, we've seen that on other Air Jordan 1 sneakers. And that's pretty much it for the right sneaker. Left sneaker is pretty much consistent. Everything is the same. You do have the Cactus Jack brand in there on the medial side of the sneaker as well. The back of the sneaker, you do have that kind of like bug stitched out, and that is like, you know, another one like, you know, Travis Scott signatures there in white. And then they did give us a few lace options. So again, the flat, and these are wax laces, so you do have these flat black wax laces here. These were defaults. I actually swapped that out with these, and then you do have these red laces that you can swap out to. Three decent, you know, options with this one, because like the red on here is consistent with the red that's like on the tongue of the sneaker on the tag. So like, yeah, man, you can't go wrong with the red option. The insole on this one is a little bit different. It is all black. You do have the red Jordan Jumpman logo, and then you do have some Travis Scott Cactus Jack brand in there in white. And that's pretty much it for this sneaker, man. But if I were to rate this one, I would give this one a solid 9 out of 10. Pretty decent sneaker. It is all black, so like this is one of the ones, like, you know, you can get your wears out of this one. The only thing that I really dislike about this sneaker is like, you know, the inside of the sneaker, because again, that kind of like felt material, it will kind of like bud up on you, and you will have to use like, you can use like a razor to kind of like cut it. But I just feel like, you know, them putting that black felt material for the inside, I just felt like that was like a bad, you know, suggestion on this one here. They should have did something different. And again, like if you were wearing socks, of course, like, you know, the length from the socks would kind of make the inside, it'll just make the inside of the sneaker look crazy. So like, yeah, man, solid 9 out of 10 on this one. As far as like comfort and size, and the sneaker does fit just like any other Air Jordan 1 low. So for me, that is true to size. So I wouldn't recommend going up or down like a half size or anything. It fits just like any other Air Jordan 1 low. And that's pretty much it. I want to thank the vendor who actually gifted me this sneaker to review on the channel for you guys. And I do encourage you to stay engaged like always. I can be reached on all social media platforms. I can be reached on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even here on YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. But before we go, I'm gonna hit you guys with a 360 and the B-roll like I always do. But there you go. Air Jordan 1 Low, and again, this is the collaboration with Travis Scott, the Black Phantom colorway. So that's the front of the sneaker, lateral side of the right, and then there's the lateral side of the left. There's the bottom. There's your medial side, and then that's your rear. And I thank you guys for taking the time to tune in like always. But until next time, see you later.